We welcome you to Scott's Miracle Grow Stadium in Columbus. Tonight, it's the second meeting of the 2026 Next Pro season between the hosts Columbus Crew 2 and Toronto FC 2. As you can see, the rain is coming down hard. This is game 2 of a doubleheader at Scott's Miracle Grow Stadium. The first team took down Atlanta United 2-0 right before us. And today, it's meeting number 2 between Columbus and Toronto. These two teams met back on March 15th. The third game of the season, they played to a 3-2 score in favor of Columbus, with both teams right in the thick of things in the Eastern Conference. Columbus enters today 5-4-2, while Toronto enters at 4-4-2. Here is the starting 11 for Federico Higuain. A lot of the regulars you're used to in there. Chase Adams, 5 goals, the all-time leading scorer for Columbus Crew, starts up top in this 5-4-1. Keep an eye on number 48, Zach Zenge, goals in 5 out of 6. Time for the second most goals in MLS Next Pro. That 5-man backline, Brown and Adu Giamfi on the outside, with Pruder making his 10th start of the season between the sticks. And for Toronto FC, Bosenberry and Kerr, a couple of 17-year-olds, play up top in this 4-4-2. Adisa Di Rosario, his 4th start, the 21-year-old first-teamer. Costabule, Chisholm, Fisher, Campbell Dennis in front of Di Rosario, Bank, Stojadinovic, Bono, and Dixon in the midfield, again with Bosenberry and Kerr up top. Our referee this evening, Alex Beeler. Assistant referees Christian Little and Amelia Graytalk. And Shevket Shaparov is our 4th official. Josh Appel with you. Thanks so much for spending part of your Sunday evening with us. What else is new? It's year 2 for Federico Higuain, managing an MLS Next Pro club, and the turnaround has begun. This team was bottom of the table in the Eastern Conference last year, but as we said in the open, they are right in the thick of things in the Eastern Conference, entering play this evening. Toronto FC 2 are in white and red, while Columbus Crew 2 dons the black and yellow.
Let's hear it for your Crew 2.
Great crowd has stuck around, braving through the rain after the first team performance wrapped up a little while ago. And Columbus gets us underway in meeting number 2 between these two sides this season. Scott's Miracle Grow Stadium. Both games coming here, and that is a dangerous instance there for Pruder. Kervon Kerr, who has a couple of goals this season, causing some early havoc. Forces a throw in for Columbus. Columbus enter play today, tied for 4th in the Eastern Conference. Toronto sitting in 12th at 14 points. But between 4th place, that 3-way tie, Atlanta, Chattanooga, and Columbus, they're at 19 points. All the way down to 12th, just separated by 5. Columbus in control early. Coming off of a shootout win, Dramatics 8-7 over Union 2 last Sunday. Bombley, the captain, brings it wide, cuts it back, and earns an early corner as it's punched away by Di Rosario. Back games without a win in regulation for Columbus Crew 2. They had that 4-1 drubbing at the end of April at the hands of Red Bull New York 2. Bounced back with a 3-1 win over Inter Miami 2. Fell 2-1 to their rivals FC Cincinnati, and then won in the shootout last time out. This is played into the middle, off the corner, and cleared away by Toronto. Toronto, meanwhile, off of a 2-0 victory at Connecticut United last Saturday. They're on an extra day's rest. This match wraps up a stretch of 3 road games out of 4 before returning home for 3 in a row starting on Friday against Philadelphia. That win over Connecticut United snapped a modest 2-game losing streak in which Toronto were outscored 7-1. A 5-0 defeat to FC Cincinnati and a 2-1 loss to Red Bull New York 2 as Crew 2 threatens again. Brown puts it in front and it just trickles wide. Out for a corner, Bombley was wreaking havoc in front of Di Rosario, but Crew 2 really taking it to Toronto in the early going. It was Adams with the great touch. He laid it off for Brown, who fed it in front. And that was actually Zach Zengay who got the shot away, and it's already the 2nd corner of the match for Crew 2, just 3 minutes in. Towards the back post, punched away Di Rosario. We do have a whistle going in Toronto's favor. That left side, this is Fletcher Bank. 3 goals, 4 assists, facilitates towards the middle, and it takes a bounce wide, and Toronto will have its first corner of the match. Fletcher Bank, 3 goals, 4 assists this season. The team of the week earlier this season. MLS Next Pro, good response by Toronto. We'll have a corner coming here. Bryce Bonneau will take it. They elect to go short, which they do. Sent in from distance, and it rolls all the way on Pruder, who makes his first save of the evening. See how these slippery conditions affect things tonight. Elliott. Press causing problems by Toronto. They nearly win it back. Caramunci and Elliott, and that's last off of Toronto for a throw. Aoki, make that Chirinos, he lost it. And it comes to Bonneau. He tees it up and scores for Toronto! A poor giveaway by Columbus, and Bonneau capitalizes, and the away side have the early lead in the 6th minute. Chirinos had some trouble. Costabile then found Bonneau, who found some room and beat Pruder. And Naselli with his teammates. Excellent start after the early pressure, or excellent response, I should say, after the early pressure by Toronto, who are 4-0-1 this season when scoring first. They have yet to be defeated. First goal, so important in their matches. Winless when they concede the first one, unbeaten when they score the opening goal. Pops into Di Rosario. It's Bonneau's first goal of the season. Otto Giamfi, all-time leader in appearances and assists for Columbus Crew 2. He lost it, then commits the foul. Costabile picks up the assist on Buneau's goal. And this foul goes the other way. For Costabile, that is his first goal contribution of the season. Rosario launches deep. Bank is offside. Supporter section out here tonight. We have the first team played a little bit earlier to a 2-0 win over Atlanta, and the fans have stuck around through the rain. Watch the second team try and make it a 2-0-0 day. Giveaway again. It's Buneau. Brown. Hefes stepped in front of that and put it over the touchline for a Toronto FC throw. Bombley spins, resets with his keeper Pruder. It's Quinton Elliott launching down that right side, just out of the reach of Chase Adams, the all-time leading goal scorer for Columbus Crew 2. Headed down. Romanchi for Hefes. Chirinos wide for Otto Giamfi. He lines it up, sends it centrally, bounces around, poor clearance. But now Toronto able to get rid of it for the moment. Elliott steps back up, but it's in possession of Toronto. Stojadinovic. Long down that left side now for Bank. He keeps it in, and Elliott comes over. Bank and Elliott battle. Costabile. Raekwon Campbell-Dennis, the 18-year-old, to throw in. Costabile, who assisted on the goal, leaves for Bank. Otto Giamfi with the foul. Free kick coming here for Toronto. Early pressure by Crew 2, but they could not cash in with a goal. Necessarily consider it against the run of play. Moments later, Toronto and Bryce Buneau open the scoring. DeMar Dixon gives off. Buno ends up with Dixon again. Cuts to the middle. His pass deflected. And controlled now by Columbus. Chirinos. Mobley forced back. It's a great job by Toronto. They keep forcing Columbus to reset. Many options right now for Columbus to move forward. But a lot of this. Now Bruder takes a shot deep down that left side for Brown. Yeah, it's out of play. I mean, that is just excellent stuff from Toronto FC2. Zenge has space. Bombley, heavy touch. Bombley then goes down. No point to the spot from Alex Beeler. Bombley is down. And this is just a goal kick. Let's take another look. Federico Higuain cannot believe it. Zenge, that heavy touch right there. The second deflection, you would have to imagine the slippery conditions. Not great. I mean, here it is again. That should be a penalty, if you ask me. Costabile never gets the ball. Bombley is taken down in the penalty area. Again, Costabile doesn't get any of the ball. Toronto very fortunate that that penalty wasn't given, and of course, no VAR in MLS Next Pro. Early adversity in the first 15 minutes for Columbus. They concede the opening goal. They don't get the break on that previous play. Elliott for Otto Giamfi. Back for Elliott. Otto Giamfi. He's turned back. Giamfi settles it down. Costabile again physical. Otto Giamfi tees it and sends it into the fifth row. Official healthcare provider and fan of the Columbus Crew is Ohio Health. Believe in we. Foul given. Bombley went down again. Brown for Adams. Tried to one touch. Romanchi. Adams. That's last off of Toronto. And a corner coming for Columbus. An in-swinger, had to be sent on its way. Here it comes. Good ball, but headed away by Fisher. Fisher gets it again. Brown, Zengay. Brown again. Adams. Bombley, the roller, diving to his right. Adisa Di Rosario able to corral. Kostabile. Stojadinovic for Chisholm, who plays for his keeper Di Rosario. Kostabile. Tried to spring Fletcher Bank, but took a tricky hop on him. Out for a Columbus throw. Brown tracks it down and chests it down. Working against Campbell Dennis. Campbell Dennis thrown down by Brown, and that is a foul going the other way. For Toronto in the 6th minute, Kostabile. Giamfi is offside. Shots are 2-2 at the moment. 2 on target for Toronto. One's found the back of the net. But how about this? Toronto a 1-0 lead and yet to have a touch in the Columbus box. Possession 70-30 right now in favor of Columbus. But quite honestly, Toronto, when they're at 50% possession or below this season, they're 4-2-2. So they don't mind playing without the ball. There haven't been a lot of threatening possession. Hasn't been a lot of threatening possession time for Columbus just yet. There have been some moments here and there. Elliott. Great ball for Brown. Heavy touch though. And it rolls to Di Rosario, who slides to scoop it. Zenge gives off. See Elliott directing some traffic. Nationwide is the official insurance partner of the Columbus Crew. Dixon around the edge. Dixon for Bank. Bank back to his left, lets it rip, and it's just wide. Dangerous moment for Toronto. Bank nearly made it 2-0. Until at times these slippery conditions have been difficult to deal with here in Columbus. Stabile gives off for Bank. Bank tried to give it back out of Giamfi, got in the way, and Bombley was there. Pruder might have mishit that because it's out for a Toronto throw. For Buno, the scorer, trying to lay it off wide for Campbell Dennis. He has to track it down. Chisholm, Costabile. Giamfi moves forward, and he and Bombley not on the same page. Match between these two sides on March 15th, a 3-2 win for Columbus. Adams scored a brace. Zenge had the winner in the 90th minute. Mark Dixon, an assist from Fletcher Bank, leveled the score. All five. Zenge working his way in. And this is another corner for Columbus. Brown. Back wide. Chirinos plays in. Mobley couldn't get a clean look. One back to the delight of the Columbus Crew faithful. Elliott. Chirinos. Elliott wants it and he has it. One touch for Giamfi as Columbus search for the equalizer. Oh, ill-advised there. Kept alive though. Adams. Three white jerseys converged around him. Giamfi recovers. Fletcher Bank comes over to take it away. And give away. Adams. Zengay. Zengay turns just over the bar. Tried to pick that upper left 90. He came about a foot away from leveling this match. That close. Giamfi drives in, cuts it back, and guess what? He earns another corner. Already the fifth corner of the match to just one for Toronto. Zengay delivers. Header! Just missed. Adams. One more look. Adams knew right away. You see his hands go to his head. Giamfi takes away. Whistle blows instead. Scott's Miracle-Gro, official lawn care and gardening partner of the Columbus Crew. We're here at Scott's Miracle-Gro Stadium. Second meeting already this season between Columbus and Toronto, Eastern Conference battle. Josh Appel with you. Thanks for spending part of your Sunday evening with us. A little over a half an hour gone by in this match. Bryce Buneau, his first of the season, came back in the 6th minute for Toronto. Good ball here for Giamfi. He's onside. Giamfi lays it in front. Zengay making the run in. And it was cleared out by Campbell Dennis, but it's yet another corner on the way for Columbus. Just out of the reach of Zengay, who has 7 goals this year. Romanchi. Zengay, one touch. It's wide, out for a goal kick. Got a whistle here going the way of Toronto, despite the disagreements from Zach Zengay. Rosario puts it in the air. Space in the middle for Toronto. Fletcher Bank. It's off for Bosenberry, who receives it back. Bosenberry hesitates. Stojadinovic blocked and trickles into Luke Pruder. Elliott launches in the direction of Adams. Fisher, the captain for Toronto. Chirinos. Romanchi. Zengay lays it forward, but just too much on it for Brown, but it will be a throw deep in the Toronto end for Columbus. Final 10 minutes of the first half. Toronto now on the move. Bosenberry, the 17-year-old, slows it down. Costabile. Now Bosenberry again, taken. Right. Columbus couldn't take advantage in transition, allowing Toronto to get resettled. Out of Giamfi with space. Bombley. Brown controls in the rain, flips it towards goal. Bombley out of Giamfi on the volley. Takes a deflection out for a corner. Sent in, Elliott, the header, and then Karamanchi got a piece of it, as did Toronto, so another corner from the other side. Zengay to take the outswinger towards the back post, and we get a whistle. Zenge has Brown with all kinds of space on the wing. Brown, Bombley, Adams was there too. Neither could get a good look on goal. Giampi flips it. Bombley tried to make a play to Zenge, and Toronto able to clear him. You know, all the action feels like it's been on this end. Brown towards goal, and it missed the target. Flag up here for offside, Anthony Bosenberry. Zenge battling with Fisher. Fisher wins it for now. Aoki worked free there. Possession 66-34 in favor of Columbus. Shots 9-4, 3-2 on target. Touches in the opposition box 15-2. Big chances 3-0, excuse me. Corners 7-1. It's been a half dominated by Columbus. Yet it's Toronto who lead 1-0 thanks to the goal in the 6th minute by Buneau. Couple of minutes left in this half. Brown. Chirinos for Zenge. Adams. Wide for Brown. Cuts it back. Fisher got a piece. And guess what? Another corner for Columbus. Ninth corner coming here. Delivered in. Bombley got a piece. Comes out for Elliott. Elliott floats it back. Bombley tried to head it on goal and missed everything.
There will be a minimum of 1 minute of added time.
1 minute of added time here in the first half. Statistically dominated by Columbus, but again, it's Toronto who have the lead. And there is the whistle for halftime from Alex Beeler. 1-0 to Toronto, a goal in the 6th minute from Bryce Buneau, his first of the year, our only scoring in the first half. Coming up in our halftime show, we go back to the Northeast for another player pathway success story. Plus, highlights and stats after this brief timeout.
They say the world's game is played everywhere. This is how we play it here. Every weekend across North America. From Vancouver's mountain rain to the shores of Florida. From the City of Angels to the Heartland. The world's brightest stars light up our fields.
Let's go.
And our fans bring the world to life. In every language, in every city. One game, one roar. Sold out nights under lights. New soccer citadels rising from coast to coast. Every chant, every goal, another brick in a growing relief. Now, the world's biggest stage comes to our home. And when they arrive, they'll find the game's heartbeat has been here all along.
1-0 at the half to Toronto FC 2 over Columbus Crew 2. Now let's take a look at New England homegrown player Payton Miller. He's another success story in the MLS Next Pro ranks. We can revisit his story in this feature.
A lot of upside, huge ceiling for this young kid.
You're going to like him a lot. His name is Payton Miller. This is great stuff again. Oh my goodness.
Force away through here. Ball to the back post. It's awkward and it's thrust in towards goal.
From Unionville, Connecticut to stepping on the field in Major League Soccer, Payton Miller's journey is just getting started.
I'm from Connecticut. I grew up in Unionville. Growing up, I trained a lot with my dad. My dad is mostly the reason for where I am today. When I was like 7, I won a championship for my travel team with my dad as a coach, and I kind of just fell in love with it from there.
As Payton began to excel as a player, he began receiving attention from multiple clubs.
I started at FSAFC, and then I wanted to excel my game a little bit more, so then I went to Oakwood. And then from there, we played teams like New England Revolution, Philadelphia Union, and then the Revs reached out, and it was my childhood dream to play for the Revs, so it was kind of an easy decision for me to make to come here.
When I arrived at the Revs as a new employee, the staff was telling me about a young man named Payton Miller. And so right away I went and did as much research as I could, and when I watched him play one time, it was like, wow, this kid is special. Just the way he moved, the way he was working with the ball, the way he looked around naturally. I knew as well as others knew this kid had something inherently in him that we wanted to be around.
Dreams don't come without sacrifice. At just 13, Payton had to leave his family and friends behind to pursue soccer full-time.
It was hard not being able to be with my parents and not being able to see friends, but it was the sacrifices that I had to make to live this dream. And before that, a year earlier, my parents had to drive 2 hours every single day from Connecticut to Foxborough just so that I can make training, and I'm very grateful for that.
Moving into the Academy's residency program gave Payton access to top-level training and gave him a platform to continue growing.
And our world structure is everything, because players they're learning so much. There's academics, there's social development, there's physical development, there's goals, there's outside pressures already, there's social media. So what we need to do is we need to provide structure to allow these players to chase their dreams, but chase their dreams with guidelines and helpful. And then when they need a little something extra, we're there for them to help them navigate whatever's in front of them.
By 15, Payton's hard work paid off. He signed a homegrown contract with the Revolution, and he made his professional debut with Revolution 2 in 2023.
It was against Atlanta. I had a couple good chances, good balls for an assist or a goal maybe. That should have happened, but I was very nervous in the beginning, but as soon as the whistle blew, it kind of just all went away, and all I could feel was just like the adrenaline rush.
Playing against older and stronger players forced Payton to adapt quickly.
I didn't want the guys like babying me because I was young. I wanted them to tell me how it really was, and they really understood that, and like they weren't afraid to yell at me if I did something wrong, and that's what helped me get to the next level.
His performances that season with Revs 2 opened the door to an opportunity with the first team.
At the end of our season with the second team, they gave me the chance to come train with the first team, and then a little bit previous of that, that's when I signed my homegrown contract. So that was a very big step. You know, the speed of play was crazy when I got to the first team, but I got used to it for a little bit, and then that's when the off season hit, and then that's when I really started to like train, and I came back for the preseason, and I was ready for it.
Soon after came the moment he'd been dreaming of since childhood, his MLS debut at just 16 years old, making him the second youngest player in club history to make his debut.
Another interesting debut here. Obviously all the talk about Kevin Sullivan, but Payton Miller will make his MLS debut, the 16-year-old from Unionville, Connecticut.
My parents made the trip to Philly so they could see me play, and I kind of knew before the game that like this might be the game that I come in, because they told me that week that I'll probably get in that game. But I was nervous stepping to the line, but Caleb just said to me, like, have fun. This is what you love to do. Just go out there and be a kid. And that's what I did. As soon as I stepped on the field, everything just went away and it was just me and the ball.
For Payton and his family, it was a moment of pride.
They were all excited. You know, I got a lot of texts from everyone, Instagram stories, all that type of stuff. Everyone just saying that they're proud of me. It was kind of just like a full circle moment, being able to represent the badge and represent my family, my friends, and knowing that all the hard work that I put in, the sacrifices that my parents made, paid off.
4 days later, Payton would make his full MLS debut against FC Dallas.
Okay, here's Miller. Goal. Bobby Wood! Courtesy of the 16-year-old Miller. The Revs to the lead.
Payton hasn't just made waves at the club level. He's also become a mainstay in the U.S. youth national team setup, earning call-ups from the U15s through the U23s. He featured in all 4 matches at the 2023 FIFA Under-17 World Cup, and later represented the United States at the 2025 FIFA Under-20 World Cup as one of the youngest players on the roster.
As a staff, when Payton debuted with the 17s and went on, we all have these Slack channels and his pictures coming up from different players snapping the TV going, there's our friend, there's our teammate, there's our guy, and then other coaches. It was really endearing just to be together. It was because we were actually on the road for a game as an academy staff, and that was amazing. And then to see the whole transformation of where he goes and what he's done, we couldn't be more proud.
Payton hopes his story can be a blueprint for success for the next generation of Revolution players.
It means a lot to me, you know, like to have younger kids look up to me, and some kids will come up to me and ask me, like, what'd you do to get where you're at? And I kind of just tell them, like, it takes sacrifice and effort, and you just have to be willing to put in the work. But there's a lot of kids that come up to me, and I always tell them, like, don't be afraid to come up and talk to me. Like, I was once where you're at, like, don't be afraid.
MLS recently agreed to a deal that will see global investment firm KKR make a strategic investment and partner with MLS Next Pro. KKR will inject capital into MLS Next Pro with an eye on growing the league and its footprint around the continent. In conjunction with MLS, the partnership will oversee commercial strategy as it looks to move the 27 MLS-affiliated Next Pro teams into new markets with an eye on building brands within those communities and seeking stadium development deals. We will hear more about this in the coming seasons. Let's take a look around MLS Next Pro at our scores from the weekend. Yesterday, North Texas and Quakes 2 played to a penalty shootout. NYCFC, Union 2, and Chicago, a trio of clean sheets over FC Cincy, Atlanta United, and Huntsville. And then Friday, Austin FC a 3-0 win over SKC. You saw the others as well. Upcoming schedule, Friday, couple of games. Toronto FC 2, their next matchup at home against Union 2. Real Monarchs take on Sporting KC to end the doubleheader. Then a 5-game slate on Saturday. Columbus Crew at NYCFC next week. Our halftime highlights from Scott's Miracle Grow Stadium. Just 1-0 at the half. This was an early chance for Toronto. They were not shy to shoot from distance, and here was the goal off a Columbus throw-in. A giveaway. Costabile found Buneau, who teed it up and beat Pruder, even though he got a piece of it. And that is the only goal of the first half, but it wasn't for a lack of effort for Columbus Crew, too. They threatened plenty, dominated possession, but just were unable to find the breakthrough. They had 9 corners to just 1 for Toronto. They outshot Toronto 12-4, including 5-2 on goal. This may be the best chance. Zenge with a chance out in front. We will have second half kick coming up in moments here from Columbus. 1-0 Toronto at the half.
Yeah. Boys hear sentiment. Flow tastes sweet like cinnamon. Open up doors, I'm a gentleman. View top floor, I'm still staying ahead of them. Running on fumes and adrenaline. Do what I do best. Can't rush in like a roulette. You can't name a better duet. Don't ask questions. Trying to figure out what sound. Don't worry about what next. Just wanna know what's next. Man, I say it so loud. Don't worry about what next. Just know we got now. Oh yes. Man, I say it oh so proud. Don't worry about what next. Just know we got now.
Should be a fun season of MLS Next Pro. Oh my! Pedrinho wins it!
We welcome you back to Scott's Miracle Grow Stadium in Columbus. It is 1-0 to Toronto, thanks to a 6-minute goal, his first of the season, Bryce Buneau. Let's see in this second half if Columbus can turn their dominance on the counting stats into a breakthrough they've yet to find. Give credit where it's due to Toronto. Don't mind playing out of possession. They did so for the majority of the first half. Just feel like Columbus is very close to finding one of their own. Both teams to make substitutions to begin the second half. Kervon Kerr will come off. Jamari Nolan will replace Kerr for Toronto, and then Chris Rogers will replace Rui Aoki on the back line for Columbus to open the second half. Alex Beeler gives the okay, and Bostonberry gets us underway in half number 2. Josh Appel with you. Thanks so much for spending part of your Sunday with us at Scott's Miracle Grow Stadium in Columbus. Second meeting this season between Toronto and Columbus. Both have come here in Ohio. Columbus in black, Toronto in white. On a 64-degree evening, the rain has subsided for the moment, but still very wet conditions. Last time these two teams met, it was a 3-2 win for Columbus. All 5 goals came in the second half. You wonder if we could be in for something similar here tonight. Bostonberry plays it wide, and that's last off of Fletcher Bank. And out for a goal kick. numbers are just galling in favor of Columbus from the first half. We talk about shots on goal, shot attempts, corner kicks, possession, but just total number of passes, 356 to 176. Now, a lot of that is because Columbus have been in possession for a majority, and a lot of it's been in their back line trying to reset because Toronto has forced them into it. Still gives you an idea of just how little Toronto have had the ball. They've had to grit through this. Rogers has it again. Out of Giamfi. Receives from Bombley. Defended by Chisholm. Curls into Adisa Di Rosario. Adams takes over, finds Zengay. He runs into a wall. Reed Fisher, the Toronto captain. Taken by Stojadinovic. Relentless pressure from Columbus. Maybe a Toronto throw here, though. Rogers just came on for the second half. Miscommunication there with Brown. And a goal kick for Di Rosario. Nolan for Balsenberry. Oh, chance, Toronto. Big save and a clearance. DeMar Dixon nearly made it 2-0. Pruder denied him. And then the foul by Balsenberry. Dixon right on the doorstep. Pruder made himself big. Big the operative word. This is a huge stop. Rogers caught off balance. That's just excellent work from the goalkeeper in his 10th start, Pruder. Brown, one touch for Zengay. Back for Brown. Cross, chance, level! Chase Adams, his 6th of the season. Straight from the training grounds. A wonderful build-up for Columbus. And in the opening minutes of the second half, they've leveled things. Brown to Zengay. the wonderful cross. Adams all alone, and he will not miss from there. 6th of the season for Columbus's all-time leading scorer. Brown picks up the assist. Remember, Adams had a brace against Toronto the last time these two teams met. Toronto are tired of seeing number 46 in black put one in the back of the net against them. For Brown, that's his 2nd assist of the season. Cuts it back. Chance Toronto. Oh, and they blew that. How do they not get a shot away? Think of that last sequence. And now Adams trying to chip Di Rosario, and he puts it over. Goal. Remember, DeMar Dixon had the chance right out in front. Adams on the ensuing rush up the pitch puts it home. And then Toronto seemingly with favorable numbers in front of goal. Columbus a bit overcommitted. Somehow this doesn't turn into a shot on goal. Here's a look at that foul. Rogers on Dixon. And he picks up a yellow as well. And Buneau, who scored the Toronto goal, will take this free kick. Here it comes. Good ball. Fisher. Oh, the captain just mishit it. Oh, Toronto's created 3 golden chances. Only one of them has been put on goal. This time the captain misfired with the left foot. Right header back into the mixer. Columbus are surviving that again. Zengay tracks it down. He goes down. That's a foul. Free kick coming. Zengay slow to get up. You heard him react to it. But this will basically be a pseudo corner coming for Columbus Crew. Chirinos will stand over this. The delivery from Chirinos. Fisher got ahead to it. Brown flicks it back. Resets with Pruder. just out of the reach of Zenge. Dixon got to it first. Nearly taken by Columbus one more time, and it is. Karamanchi did the work. This has been a very good performance so far from Columbus. American Electric Power, powering life's most important moments. American Electric Power. Dixon, shouldered by Zenge. He battles through it. Floating back towards the middle, headed away by Hefes. Mobley overran it. Costabile finds Buneau. Back out wide. Floated. Dixon, header. Over him. Brown trying to get there. He does. Stays in though. For Campbell Dennis. He floats towards goal. He's all the way across. Bank trying to chase down, and he does. Fletcher Bank, leading goal contributor for Toronto. And this is a corner. Buneau can deliver. Beeler stops play. Short for Bossenberry. Stojadinovic plays it. Floated over everybody and out for a goal kick. There's an opportunity there for Toronto. Zenge, one touch wide for Brown. Brown cuts it back. Dixon on it, but given right back. Adams, heavy touch. Bossenberry, the 17-year-old, recovers. This match now over an hour old. Columbus deliberate. Vermanchi. Brown. Chirinos fits through Zenge. Giamfi quiet in this second half, puts it in front. Adams making the run, Fisher with the clear. Romanchi. Giamfi. Header! Zenge couldn't put it on target. Adams, might have been a handball on Toronto. Instead, it's a foul on Columbus. Toronto in the buildup and fizzles out. Bono. Campbell Dennis weaves through, trying to lay it forward for Nolan, unable to, and Columbus the clear. Brown got ahead to it. Still alive for Toronto. And this is a goal kick. Toronto thought it should be a corner. Vertiv, official data center equipment provider of the Columbus Crew. Brown. That's just out of the reach of Giamfi. Ill-advised error. Dixon. Nolan goes down, foul given, free kick coming for Toronto. Dangerous area as well. Rogers trying to win it back. Let's make that Hefes trying to win it back. Jamari Nolan stands over it. Nolan scored in the first meeting between these sides. 3-2 loss for Toronto back in March. Nolan is the leading scorer with 4. Toronto FC. Costabile stands over it as well. It's Costabile. He'll want to have that back. Long down the right side, out of Giamfi. Flag is up. Nolan, taken by Brown. Turns back. Helped along by Adams for Karamanchi. Adams has the goal for Columbus. 52nd minute of this second half. Bono back in the 6th minute in the first half for Toronto. Brown. Rogers. Janos. For Elliott. That's just a bad giveaway by Columbus. And here come Toronto in transition. Bank for Dixon. Dixon slipped. Oh, and he's clutching that right knee. Told you earlier how slippery this surface was. One more look at it. Definitely slipped on the surface. Looks to be nothing too serious. He's getting stretched out. Cramps. Gives each team a second to take a breather here in the 71st minute. Dixon will have to be treated. Timeout is for injury. Dixon finally up to his feet. And again, he will have to come off for a moment. Toronto will, in fact, take Dixon off. Tristan Blythe will come on. Blythe, an academy product. Dixon. Correction, the sub has not happened yet. So Dixon still standing out there on the touch line, maybe hoping to enter back, but right now Toronto playing with 10. A foul given. Chase Adams picks up a yellow here. Went down. Looked like there was some contact at the head there. Costabile is let go by Beeler. All right, so Dixon, you see 93, the sub that they had planned on. Tristan Blythe remains on the bench. Dixon remains in the game. It's Dixon. Cross back low. It was blocked. Dixon fires again. Never got all the way through. Rogers with the block. Zenge heads it away. Dixon. Across, it's low, and it's in! Dixon to Jamari Nolan. Puts Toronto on top, 2-1. Just when you thought Dixon was out, he remains in the match and lays it on a platter for Jamari Nolan, the second half sub. And Nolan has his team leading 5th of the season. And somehow, some way, Toronto are in front.
Let's go, Rico! Come on, crew. Pick it up, Hey,
Rincon will come on. Caramanchi. See Gianni Cimini on that Toronto bench saying, breathe. Breathe to his team here in the final 15 minutes of regulation. Now do Columbus have the equalizer in them? It's essentially the opposite case in the first meeting. It was Columbus who took the lead with Toronto leveling. And then Columbus winning in the 90th minute. Now roles reversed. And remember, Toronto have not lost this season when scoring the first goal. It came back in the 6th minute. Zenge's jersey tugged. That's going to be a yellow and a free kick. Injury stoppage for Toronto. So Bryce Buneau, he picks up the yellow. He is also the game's first goal scorer back in the 6th minute. Adams from Brown for Columbus in the 51st. And then Jamari Nolan from DeMar Dixon in the 75th. As Toronto up 2-1. Big opportunity with this free kick for Columbus to level the game. Chirinos delivers. Cleared away. Rincon for Chirinos. Chirinos tries to split two. He lost it. And here comes Nolan, who has the go-ahead goal. Leaves it for Bossenbury. Smart by Toronto here. Trio of subs for Toronto. Edwin Omorgbe comes on for Costabile. Blythe for Dixon. That one finally happens. Diego Nubrito in as well. Noe Brito replaces Buneau. That's 3 academy players who come on here for the final 10 minutes. Toronto trying to protect this 2-1 lead given to them in the 75th, thanks to Jamari Nolan. Elliott. Rincon. Adams, he has the goal for Columbus. Brown in a race. He gets there. Zenge flicks in. Fisher heads it away. Nolan has the go-ahead goal. Weaves back. Fighting in the corner, Fisher earns the foul. Nature Made is the official vitamin partner of the Columbus Crew, made to care for fans. Chirinos will come out.
Substitution for Columbus. Into the match. Number 40, Johan Chirinos. He is replaced by number 29, Cole Maraca.
Well, Maraca comes on. First team signee. Hoping to provide a boost here in the final moments of regulation, plus stoppage time. Fletcher Bank and Otto Giamfi battling. It's Otto Giamfi who wins that. But given away. Towards the top of the area, whistles high. Another Toronto sub, Cheyenne Pinnock. Another academy product. 17 years old, replacing Anthony Bossenberry.
Substitution for Toronto. Leaving the match number 56, Antone Bossenberry. He is replaced by number 63, Cheyenne.
Uh-oh. Pinnock enters and he goes down. Now it's Maraca. Rincon. Rogers. Adams. Adams. Wide for Brown. Now Maraca. Too heavy on his touch. And a foul here on Maraca. Time running out for Columbus. They have another equalizer in them. Brown has space. Brown across. Bobley was there, couldn't send it towards goal. Columbus wanted a foul, didn't get it. Elliott. Rincon tried to fling it forward, and he did, but nobody was making the run. Nolan giving chase. He has the game-winning goal in the set, or the go-ahead goal, I should say. And would be the game winner if Toronto can hang on. Final minute of regulation. Zengay, been quiet. Rincon finds Rogers. Rogers slides it ahead, now wide. Maraca trades with Brown. Rogers again, swing it the other way. Elliott, Giamfi. Pop forward for Zengay, but runs out of room. It's a goal kick. There will be 4 minutes of added time. This would be an excellent win for Toronto if they're able to hang on, but Bombly. Foul given. And a yellow shown. Free kick coming for Columbus. Micah Chisholm picks up the yellow.
Yellow card is issued to
Maraca and Rincon stand over. Maraca hesitates, gives for Giamfi. And it's a corner for Columbus. They've had plenty of those tonight. On the delivery, and it's another opportunity headed away by by Toronto for a Columbus corner. 2.5 minutes and the whistle of Alex Beeler to go. Put into the area, flicks around, there's the equalizer! Stoppage time. Crew 2, level it at 2. It's Bombly who flashes in and taps it home.
Crew goal scored by number 31, Kevin Bombly.
Bombly's 4th of the season. The equalizer that Columbus had been in search of. Disbelief and a lot of hands on hips for Toronto. And if we remain level at 2 after stoppage time, we will head to PKs. Rincon tried to step up. Toronto in possession. It'll be the second straight penalty shootout for Columbus. Would be the first since April 12th for Toronto. But Maraca might have a chance to win it for Columbus. Oh, he just put it wide. How? Toronto fell asleep. And Maraca Di Rosario cut off the angle. And Maraca just couldn't capitalize. Now Toronto trying to move forward. Pinnock, top of the area, bouncing around, still alive, and now the whistle blows. Time for one more rush up the pitch for Columbus. Or not. There is the whistle for full time. We are heading to a penalty shootout. Second straight match for Columbus, and the third time this season for Toronto. Third as well for Crew 2. We will step aside, come back with the PK shootout to determine who gets the extra point from Scott's Miracle Grow Stadium after this.
Should be a fun season of MLS Next Pro. Oh my! Pedrinho wins it!
Toronto will kick first in the PK shootout to determine who gets the extra point tonight. But let's take a look back at how we got here. 3 of the 4 goals coming in the second half. This was the first one all the way back in the 6th minute after a botched Columbus throw-in. Bryce Buneau from distance, his first of the season, opened the scoring. It was 1-0 at the half, and then 6 minutes into the second, straight off the training ground, Zenge to Brown to Adams. And then off the bench, Dixon, who was hurt moments before, Feeds in front for Jamari Nolan, his team leading 5th of the season. That was in the 75th minute to make it 2-1. And then in stoppage time, off a second consecutive corner, the delivery in and Bombley scored the equalizer. And now we head to a PK shootout to determine who gets the second point. It's the third shootout for each side. Columbus have not lost in a shootout yet this season. Toronto are 1-1 going to PKs. Two exciting matches between these two teams in this stadium this season. The first one, a 3-2 thriller. Must feel like deja vu for Toronto. They conceded the game-winning goal in the 90th minute to fall 3-2 back in March. And now they concede the equalizer here tonight in stoppage time.
Taking first for Toronto, number 79, Fletcher Bank.
Fletcher Bank will shoot first for Toronto. Bank, the leader in goal contributions, 3 goals, 4 assists on the season, had a very solid night. Pruder against Bank. Denied! The bank is closed! Pruder says no. It's after hours. Massive stop from Pruder. Now it's the all-time leader in appearances for Columbus. Brent Adugiamfi against Adisa Di Rosario to put Columbus in front after 1 round. They went to an 8-7 thriller last time out. Columbus did. Adugiamfi hesitates. Oh, and he sent it high. He missed everything. 0-0 after 1 round. That might have grazed the crossbar as well. Now it's Jamari Nolan. Nolan scored in the 75th minute. He is the leading goal scorer for Toronto. He approaches slowly and buries it calmly. Like he could do it in his sleep. The 16-year-old from Kingston, Jamaica. No chance for Pruder.
Second for Columbus, number 48.
Now Zach Zenge steps to the spot. 7 goals on the season. Had scored in 5 out of 6 coming into today. Zenge. Denied by Di Rosario. Columbus are 0 for 2.
Taking third for Toronto, number 73, Micah Chisholm.
That's Micah Chisholm who steps to the spot to really put Toronto in control here. Chisholm with the left foot, top shelf. 2-0 Toronto. Almost feels like a must-have here for Columbus. No chance for Pruder.
Kicking third for Columbus, number 30, Nico Rincon.
Now it's Nico Rincon. Out of Giamfi, missed it high. Zenge was denied by Di Rosario. Can Rincon give Columbus some hope? He runs up and he scores. Columbus are alive. It's 2-1 after 3 rounds.
Kicking fourth for Toronto, number 75, Reed Fisher.
And now it's the captain, Reed Fisher, who showed his frustration after the equalizer. Missed a sitter earlier in the game as well on the other end. Has a chance to make up for it here. Fisher, the 21-year-old from Huntington Beach, California. 6'3" against Pruder. Fisher. Oh, he sends it high. Oh, it's been a mare of a night for the Toronto captain. And after all of that, Columbus have a chance to equalize in the shootout. Oh, he missed everything. And now Maraca, who had a chance to win it in stoppage time for Columbus, has an opportunity to redeem himself. Maraca circles, approaches, hesitates, and he's stopped! Di Rosario, his second save in the penalty shootout. Oh, Maraca's gonna have nightmares. And now Cheyenne Pinnock. If he scores, it's over. Pruder needs a save. Pinnock, the 17-year-old, and he scores! And Toronto wins. They get the extra point and a backflip to go with it. Well deserved for the roadside. Toronto wins it in PKs 3-1. It's time to give out our man of the match tonight, presented by Adidas. And it's Jamari Nolan, the 16-year-old from Kingston, Jamaica. He scored at the time what would be the go-ahead goal in the 75th minute. And he scored one of the 3 goals in the PK shootout for Toronto. Here was the goal in the 75th on the assist from Dixon. The 16-year-old leads the team with 5 goals. He came off the bench in the second half and scored the second for Toronto. And he also buried one in the shootout. That'll do it for us here from Columbus. A great one tonight, so glad you joined us. 2-2 the final in regulation. Toronto wins it 3-1 in PKs. They get the extra point. For our entire MLS Next Pro broadcast crew, this is Josh Appel saying so long. Don't forget you can watch MLS Next Pro all season long at MLSNextPro.com and OneFootball. Good night. We'll talk to you next time.
This copyrighted broadcast of Major League Soccer may not be retransmitted, reproduced, or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Major League Soccer.